Imagine a machine that never sleeps. A machine that learns faster than any human being alive. A machine that can write code, create art, pass professional exams, and perhaps one day outperform every expert on Earth. For decades, artificial intelligence was science fiction. Today, it is reality. And at the center of this technological revolution stand two companies. One captured the world's imagination. The other quietly became one of the most powerful forces in Silicon Valley. One is OpenAI. The other is Anthropic. But this is not merely a story of two companies competing for market share. This is a story about fear. Fear of creating something humanity may never be able to control. A fear so powerful that it caused some of OpenAI's brightest minds to walk away and build a rival empire. What did they say? Why did they leave? And why are some of the world's leading AI scientists warning that artificial intelligence could become as dangerous as nuclear weapons? Today on the Indian Narrative, we uncover the battle that may shape the future of human civilization.
I don't want to undersell this. I think this will be an incredibly disruptive transition, which is why we're trying to ring the alarm bells and talk about it now. Entire classes of jobs will go away and not come back.
This story begins inside OpenAI. Back in 2020, OpenAI was already attracting some of the smartest researchers in the world. Among them was a scientist named Dario Amodei. Unlike many people who viewed AI as just another technology, Dario noticed something unusual.
We definitely will be able to create completely autonomous beings with their own goals. And if these beings become much smarter than humans.
Mark my words, the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads.
We're moving into a period when, for the first time ever, we may have things more intelligent than us.
Every time, researchers increase three things: more computing power, more training data, and larger models. The AI didn't improve gradually. It improved dramatically. Again, and again, and again. This phenomenon became known as the scaling laws. To most investors, it was exciting. To Dario, it was alarming.
Something I noticed very early on, as you gave them more data, as you made the models larger, as you trained them for longer, that the more data and the more compute and the more training you put into these models, the better they perform.
Because if intelligence continued scaling with compute and data, then nobody knew where the limit existed, or whether a limit existed at all. For centuries, humans have occupied the top position in the intelligence hierarchy. Every machine we built was ultimately dependent on us. But AI introduced a new possibility. What happens when machines become smarter than their creators? This isn't a question raised by science fiction writers. It is a question being asked by some of the very people building the technology. In 2023, a public statement signed by leading AI researchers warned that reducing the risk of human extinction from AI should become a global priority alongside pandemics and nuclear war. Think about that. Nuclear war, pandemics, and artificial intelligence, placed in the same category. That tells us how seriously some scientists view the challenge. Concerned about the future direction of AI development, Dario Amodei and several colleagues left OpenAI. Together, they founded Anthropic. But Anthropic was not designed to be another AI startup. Its mission was different. The company believed that safety would eventually become more important than speed. While competitors raced to build more powerful systems, Anthropic focused on building systems that could remain aligned with human values. This philosophy would shape every major decision they made, from governance to product development to how their AI models were trained. One of the greatest challenges in artificial intelligence is something known as alignment. In simple terms, how do you ensure an intelligent machine behaves according to human values? A powerful AI can answer questions, but it can also generate misinformation, manipulate users, or assist harmful activities. Traditional AI companies relied heavily on human reviewers. Millions of responses would be manually evaluated. Humans would determine which answers were acceptable and which were not. The process worked, but it was expensive, slow, and vulnerable to human bias. Anthropic believed there had to be a better way. Anthropic introduced a concept called constitutional AI. Instead of relying entirely on human feedback, the AI would evaluate itself against a written set of principles. Think of it like a constitution, a rule book, a framework of values. The AI generates a response, it reviews its own response, identifies potential problems, and then revises itself. The goal is simple: create systems that are helpful, honest, and harmless, at least in theory. This innovation became one of Anthropic's defining advantages and helped establish Claude as one of the most respected AI models in the industry. While Anthropic focused on safety and enterprise customers, OpenAI pursued a different strategy: mass adoption. When ChatGPT launched, the world changed overnight. Students used it, businesses used it, programmers used it, governments started paying attention. Millions became hundreds of millions, and eventually hundreds of millions became nearly 1 billion users. OpenAI transformed AI from an academic concept into a global phenomenon. For the first time in history, advanced artificial intelligence was available to ordinary people. Yet something unexpected happened. Anthropic discovered a market many people overlooked: large enterprises. Instead of focusing on viral popularity, the company focused on trust. Businesses needed AI that could process sensitive documents, write code reliably, analyze large amounts of information, and integrate into critical workflows. This strategy produced remarkable results. While OpenAI dominated consumer adoption, Anthropic increasingly became a preferred choice for many enterprise applications. The AI war was no longer about user numbers. It was about who could become the operating system for the future economy. But perhaps we are asking the wrong question. The most important question isn't whether OpenAI wins or whether Anthropic wins. The real question is, what happens if AI succeeds? Every major technological revolution changed society. The Industrial Revolution replaced physical labor. The Internet transformed communication. Artificial intelligence could redefine intelligence itself. Entire professions may change. New industries will emerge. Old industries may disappear. Governments, militaries, and corporations are investing billions because they understand what is at stake. The nation that masters AI could gain enormous economic and strategic advantages. Humanity now stands at a crossroads. One path leads to unprecedented prosperity, medical breakthroughs, scientific discoveries, economic growth. The other path carries risks we do not yet fully understand. That is why the rivalry between OpenAI and Anthropic matters. It is not merely a corporate competition. It is a struggle to determine how humanity develops and controls one of the most powerful technologies ever created. Power without safety is dangerous. Safety without progress is impossible. The future may require both. And as this AI race accelerates, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The next chapter of human history may not be written by politicians, armies, or corporations alone. It may be written by intelligent machines. And the decisions being made today could determine whether that future becomes humanity's greatest achievement or its greatest mistake. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of artificial intelligence, make sure to subscribe to the Indian Narrative. We bring you the stories shaping India's future and the world's destiny. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and keep questioning the narrative.